second fight of the night, we have Dakota Bush versus Viacheslav or Shefov. I know I fucked that up, but oh well. We're coming in at a lightweight bout. We have Dakota Bush coming in at 155, of course, and 5'10 with a 73-inch reach. Is Zach, come on, dude. I need it. Slava Claus. We're gonna call him Slava Claus. All right. He's
Okay,
coming at
wait.
five. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
A Slava Claus. He's coming off the contender series as well, where he had a win. He's has a 5-1 record. He's 5'11 with a 69-inch reach. So reach advantage goes to Dakota Bush. But frankly, both these guys, they're flawed. They're flawed fighters. I don't ever see them getting to the top, to the pinnacle of this organization. I have to say that our Russian fighter Slava Claus is actually damn good on the feet, dude. His combinations are fantastic. I love his combinations. They're sick to watch. He put a beating on his opponent in the contender series, but he also got picked up and ragdolled in the wrestling, which is very concerning if you're gambling on this. Dakota Bush, on the other hand, in his fight I watched versus Austin Hubbard, that was kind of tough to watch. He was on the ground, so both of these guys are going to look up to stand. I seeing that Dakota Bush is the bigger who looks like the bigger fighter. I think he's going to be able to maybe get some takedowns. I'm not sure because there is very little resistance on the other side from Slava Claus. But if this stays a stand up, this is so fucked, dude. I don't even know. Dude, his name is so hard to say.
What are
Anyways,
you calling this man?
Slava Claus is what his nickname says.
Oh man, that's
I'm
awesome.
fucking dude. Try to say his name. All right. Anywho, Slava Claus is gonna win. He has fucking good stand up. He works with Uriah Faber. Fuck his name. Dude, try to say it.
Look, this is like Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer, two bears, one cave. What are we like? Two cubs, one kennel, like two pups, one cage. Some shit like that. I mean, that was funny. Fucking Slava. I don't even know what you were saying, man. I'm gonna go with Borshchev though. That's what I'm gonna call him, Borshchev.
Borshchev. All right, I'm sorry. Sorry for my illiterate fucking self, but this guy's Russian as it gets.
Okay, back to the actual fighting. I agree with everything you said pretty much. Borshchev, I mean, he's kind of scary on the feet, and he's like the nega Russian, where he's great on the feet and like not super great on the ground, like not super intense wrestling game. It's interesting because Austin Hubbard's pretty good. I watched that fight as well, and Austin Hubbard's pretty good. He's a lot better than his last loss to Vince Pinchel. But in the past, Dakota Bush has looked pretty decent with the wrestling, and he's slick with the subs on the ground. He's got most of his finishes are by submission. Excuse me. He likes to use the rear naked choke. And being the bigger guy and looking at what's happened to old Slava Claus in the past on the ground, I think I'm riding Dakota Bush here as well. I think I'm going to go with a decision for Dakota Bush by
Really?
WrestleFuck.
You think that Dakota Bush is actually going to be able to take down a Borshchev?
Yeah, I do.
Really? He was on his back. It looked like he gassed out a lot in his last fight against Borshchev or versus Austin Hubbard. I mean,
no, but that's what I mean. I'm thinking that that's kind of more of a teller that Austin Hubbard's a pretty good fighter, not that Dakota Bush is that bad. I just haven't seen enough Borshchev to be confident. And what I have seen of him, it's like, and unless he lands one like a head kick or something,
dude, his jab was disgusting in his contender series fight. I mean, he was hitting with a ginormous clip. It looked like a Kamaru Usman jab. I'm not saying that he's Kamaru Usman, but it was piston-like, And
no,
like,
I definitely see him getting like the first early touches. I think he's definitely going to take control. But the second that he throws that first combo, the second that something comes behind it, swoop underground, wrestle fuck.
I can definitely see that happening. And I think that's how it's going to happen. We've seen this time and time again. But I guess it's time to get in the fight odds. So, only two outlets have this fight. So the best you can get Dakota.
I found the props. I found the prop bets.
Okay. All right. Borshchev coming as a minus 188 favorite. That's kind of heavy. And
I know.
Dakota Bush coming back at plus 160 dog. So how'd you find those, Zach?
Click the little bubble on the right with the number on it.
Okay, well, I fucked it up. Okay.
That guy, yeah.
Okay, you see any props here that you would? I'm seeing. I mean, we don't have very many outlets taking this, but
fight goes the distance at plus 130 works for me.
Dude, you see the one that piques my interest is Borshchev by TKO at plus 120, but that's like I'd like to see it higher. I mean, I think that the odds makers really see Borshchev landing some shots. I mean, he did a lot of damage on the feet. And if he can stay away from the takedowns, I think Dakota Bush is pretty much fucked.
I find the one, if I were going to be ballsy, which, going into the year, maybe we'll spend a little Christmas money. Maybe we'll play a little heavy, but like, also maybe we'll keep some in the back pocket and wait for a pay-per-view. Anyway, Bush wins by submission at plus 500. If they end up in a weird scramble and he takes the back, that rear naked choke's probably going to slip right in. I don't think that that's a bad bet, but I probably lean more towards decision personally.
I think we both can agree on that. Maybe the prop here is not the way to go, especially with 135ers. You never know what the fuck's going to happen.
Well, especially with a guy like Borshchev, who, he could pull something out of his Santa Claus hat and kick him in the head, like we were talking about. This fight could be over quicker than it starts, but hopefully not.
For you?
Yeah, for me.
All right, dang. We're going the opposite way here at the beginning of 2022.